Hey wrestling fans, welcome to another episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic for May 26th, 2012. I am your host Lance Brock, as always, back again, and not as quick as I was hoping to from the last episode, but back with 286 today. And the last episode I talked a little bit about it, Sasha Banks and Naomi walking out on Raw about over a week ago now. Not quite 2 weeks yet, but... And then that Friday after on SmackDown, Michael Cole mentioned it and said they let everybody down, disappointed all the fans and all their fellow WWE superstars, and since have removed all their merchandise from WWEshop.com, have deleted their official WWE Facebook pages, and so not getting any better anytime soon, or at least it doesn't look like it is anyway. And last night, AEW Dynamite was live from Las Vegas at the Michelob Ultra Arena. The final episode of Dynamite before this Sunday's Double or Nothing pay-per-view, and it kicked off with the steel cage match. Wardlow taking on Shawn Spears. Forgot his name there for a second for some reason. And Wardlow wins. He gets the match against MJF at Double or Nothing. But MJF is the special referee. And MJF is holding Wardlow so MJF can get a chair shot. But Wardlow moves and Spears hits MJF with the chair, knocks him out. And then Bryce Remsburg enters the ring to count the pinfall. Wardlow gets the win. And it'll be Wardlow taking on MJF this Sunday night on pay-per-view at Double or Nothing. Pretty good match, I thought. It's just a little too predictable because you knew Wardlow was going to win. But still a pretty good match here. And then we have the face-to-face between the two superstars that will be facing for the AEW World Championship this Sunday night. The AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page and CM Punk. Who do you think is going to win the AEW World title this Sunday? Hangman Adam Page retaining or CM Punk becoming the new World Champion? Let me know in the comments on YouTube or wherever you're all listening to this. And let me know who you think is going to win. Hangman Adam Page or CM Punk. And Samoa Joe and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, advanced to the semifinals of they advanced to the finals, I should say, of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Also, you can leave in the comments who you think is going to win the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. On the male side, and the female side. And in a pretty good tag team match, I thought, Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston defeated Private Party, which wasn't a bad match at all. And there was a match for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. FTR taking on Roppongi Vice, which ended in a no contest interference from Jeff Cobb and Great O'Khan, which is no surprise, because after Double or Nothing should start the build for the joint Forbidden Door pay-per-view taking place on June 26th. So I expect to see more of a New Japan presence on AEW programming now that we're getting closer to that big show. And Chris Jericho attacked one of the production people backstage with a fireball. And we hear from the Hardys before their match this Sunday at Double or Nothing against the Young Bucks. Also, pretty good interview by Tony Schiavone with AEW Women's Champion Thunder Rosa. She'll be defending against Serena Deeb at Double or Nothing. So last night's Dynamite, pretty good episode. And this was reported the other day. I haven't had a chance to talk about it just yet on the podcast, but Stephanie McMahon taking a leave of absence from WWE. Nothing real serious, or not that what she said anyway, just mainly to spend some time with her family. And so she's going to be gone for at least a little while, I'm sure. And last Tuesday on High Spot's Sign It Live, the Steiner brothers, he was asked about being Ric Flair's opponent for his final match, Scott Steiner, I should say, and he turned it down. He said he'd kill him in the ring. So it will not be Scott Steiner facing Ric Flair as a part of StarCast weekend. And NXT 2.0 news, Nikita Lyons is out with an injury. She was pulled from the NXT Breakout Tournament with a partial MCL tear. Unfortunate news there. And AEW has announced an injury to Sting, which took place last week with the Young Bucks putting his leg between the chair and then stomping on it. Which I'm sure is just a storyline, but the bad thing is, with this angle, I'm sure he'll be out for a while. So that means June 29th, when Dynamite, for the first time here in Detroit, which I will be at, Sting, unfortunately, probably won't be there. I talk a little more AEW now. The updated card, as I mentioned, the AEW World Championship on the line, Hangman Adam Page or CM Punk. The AEW Women's Championship match, Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb. The AEW World Tag Team Championships are on the line. in a match. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, the Jurassic Express, defending against Team Taz, Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs, and Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. The TBS Women's Championship, Jade Cargill defends against Anna Jay. MJF vs. Wardlow, Anarchy in the Arena. The Jericho Appreciation Society, Chris Jericho, Matt Menard, Angelo Parker, Daniel Garcia, and Jake Hager, taking on Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz, can't talk for some reason, and the Blackpool Combat Club, Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley, and then they'll have William Regal in his corner. The Hardys versus the Young Bucks, the Men's Owen Hart Foundation Tournament Finals, Samoa Joe taking on Adam Cole, and the Women's Tournament, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on either Chris Statlander or Ruby Soho. I don't need spoilers, so I don't know what happened yet. House of Black taking on the Death Triangle. Hook and Danhausen taking on Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling, which is going to be on the buy-in. It definitely sounds like an interesting card this Sunday night. Double or Nothing. I hope to have a recap of that maybe Monday. Hopefully you're going to, or at least try for Monday anyway. That was today's episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, episode 286. Thank you everyone for tuning in wherever you listen. You can find 360 Wrestling Podcasts just about anywhere you can find podcasts on the internet. Also on YouTube, you can listen to it on there as well. And remember all the social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, 360 Wrestling Podcast at gmail.com is the email. Like I said, if you just want to say something or ask a question, 360 Wrestling Podcast at gmail.com. I'll put that in the description, and also on Anchor. You can go there and support 360 Wrestling Podcast if you want. You don't have to, but it'll be very much appreciated if you can. It doesn't have to be much at all, just whatever you can do to help. It's anchor.fm/360-wrestling-podcast360. I'll also put that in the description as well. And thank you in advance if anybody does help out. And that's all for this episode. Hope to be back soon. Like I said, I don't know if I'll be back before Double or Nothing or after. Hope to have a recap of that pay-per-view. So, hope everybody enjoys Double or Nothing this Sunday. Tonight, have Impact Wrestling. And tomorrow, as of right now, not really sure what time Rampage will be airing. 5:30, 6:30, I don't know. And then sometime late night or something, there's going to be the countdown to Double or Nothing. Maybe like 11:30 or something. I'm not sure. But also, going back to Impact real quick, Alex Shelley versus Trey Miguel tonight in an Ultimax qualifier for Slammiversary. That should be a good one to see. So I'm going to go now. Thanks everybody for listening. Until the next episode, I am Lance, and I am a wrestling